Have you ever heard of Võ Nguyên Giáp? While names like Napoleon and Patton might be familiar, Võ Nguyên Giáp remains a lesser-known figure in Western history books. Yet, his brilliance in military strategy and leadership has earned him a place among the greatest military minds of all time. He was born in 1911 in Quang Binh, a province in central Vietnam. His early life was marked by a strong sense of patriotism and a desire for Vietnamese independence from French colonial rule. Growing up in a country under colonial domination, Giáp was deeply influenced by the nationalistic fervor of his time. His father, a fervent nationalist, played a significant role in shaping young Giàp's worldview, instilling in him the values of resilience and resistance against oppression. Giàp's academic prowess was evident early on. He excelled in his studies and pursued higher education, where he studied law and political economy. However, his academic path was interrupted by his growing involvement in anti-colonial activities. The harsh realities of French rule and the brutal suppression of Vietnamese nationalists fueled his resolve to fight for his country's freedom. During his time at university, Giáp was introduced to Marxist ideology, which further solidified his commitment to revolutionary change. His journey to becoming a military leader was unconventional. Originally a history teacher, Giàp's passion for his country's freedom drove him to join the communist-led resistance movement. In 1930, he joined the Indochinese Communist Party, which had been founded by Ho Chi Minh. Giàp's intellectual background and deep understanding of history and politics made him a valuable asset to the movement. He used his position as a teacher to spread revolutionary ideas among his students, fostering a new generation of nationalists. The path to military leadership was not straightforward for Giáp. In 1939, he fled to China to escape arrest by French authorities. In China, he reunited with Ho Chi Minh and continued his revolutionary activities. It was during this period that Giáp began to study military tactics and strategies, drawing inspiration from historical figures such as Sun Tzu and Napoleon Bonaparte. He understood that a successful revolution required not just political acumen, but also military expertise. Returning to Vietnam in 1941, Giáp helped establish the Viet Minh, a communist-led coalition that sought independence from French rule. Initially, the Viet Minh focused on guerrilla warfare, using small mobile units to conduct hit-and-run attacks against the Japanese occupiers and later the French. Giàp's ability to adapt and innovate in the face of adversity quickly set him apart as a military strategist. He emphasized the importance of winning the support of the local population, understanding that the struggle for independence was as much a political battle as it was a military one. Despite having no formal military training, Giàp's keen intellect and strategic thinking enabled him to rise through the ranks of the coalition. He meticulously studied the successes and failures of revolutionary movements around the world, constantly refining his approach to warfare. His early experiences in organizing and leading guerrilla units laid the foundation for his later successes in larger, more conventional battles. One of the most significant challenges Giáp faced was leading a nascent revolutionary army against the well-equipped and experienced French forces. The French underestimated the determination and ingenuity of the Vietnamese fighters. Giáp had to overcome not only a lack of resources and training, but also internal political struggles within the resistance movement. His strategic acumen allowed him to transform the Viet Minh from a guerrilla force into a formidable army capable of conventional warfare. Giàp's strategic brilliance first became evident during the First Indochina War. He utilized guerrilla warfare tactics to harass and wear down the French forces. His strategies focused on mobility, surprise, and the support of the local population. Understanding that the French held the advantage in conventional battles, Giáp opted for the hit-and-run tactics that exhausted the enemy over time. He famously said, "We are not strong enough to drive out 500,000 French troops, but we can make them come to us and bleed them." The Battle of Dien Bien Phu in 1954 was a turning point. Giáp meticulously planned the siege, moving heavy artillery through dense jungle and mountains to surround the French stronghold. The French, expecting a conventional assault, were taken by surprise. Giap's forces dug extensive trenches and tunnels, gradually tightening the noose around the French position. After 56 days of relentless fighting, the French forces capitulated, leading to the Geneva Accords and the eventual withdrawal of French troops from Vietnam. This victory marked the end of French colonial rule in Indochina and was a significant blow to Western colonialism globally. Despite this monumental victory, Giap faced new challenges during the Vietnam War. The United States, with its superior technology and resources, posed a different kind of threat. Giap adapted his strategies, combining guerrilla tactics with conventional warfare. He understood the importance of maintaining the support of the Vietnamese people, and often quoted the Vietnamese proverb, "The people are like water, the army is like fish." The key moment that solidified Võ Nguyên Giap's legacy as a military genius was the Tet Offensive during the Vietnam War in 1968. Despite the offensive being a tactical defeat for the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong forces, it was a strategic masterstroke. Giap orchestrated simultaneous attacks on more than 100 cities and outposts throughout South Vietnam. This bold move shocked the American public and military, leading to a significant shift in U.S. public opinion and policy. It exposed the vulnerability of the U.S. and South Vietnamese forces and ultimately contributed to the U.S. decision to withdraw from Vietnam. The Tet Offensive demonstrated Giap's understanding of psychological warfare and his ability to influence not just the battlefield, but the global perception of the war. Võ Nguyên Giap's legacy extends beyond his military victories. He is remembered as a symbol of resilience and national pride. His ability to unite and inspire his troops and the Vietnamese people was unparalleled. Giap's strategies have been studied in military academies around the world, and his impact on guerrilla warfare and revolutionary movements is undeniable. He authored several works on military strategy, sharing his insights on how a smaller, less technologically advanced force could overcome a more powerful adversary through strategic ingenuity and the will of the people. In his later years, Giap continued to be a respected figure in Vietnam, often referred to as the Red Napoleon. He retired from active politics in the 1990s, but remained a vocal advocate for social and political causes until his death in 2013 at the age of 102. His long life spanned a period of profound change in Vietnam, and his contributions to his nation's independence and unity are deeply cherished. If you found this story inspiring and want to learn more about remarkable figures, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts on Giap's incredible legacy. Your support helps us bring more stories of unsung historical figures to light. Thank you for watching.